audio quality, and that's aside from the fact that I have a headset that I'm using, might also have to do with the music. There we go, because the music is absurdly loud compared to the... Oh, there we go. Here, the vault. I can use the voice up. Nope. No, don't skip the voice. There we go. That should be okay. I'm playing all the male characters. I hope nobody hates me for that. Yes, save. Yeah. No! Fudge! Ah. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Sorry about that. Ferris looked nearly teary-eyed with desperation. Pardon me. I should have seen this coming. I can't, Ferris. Because of the promise I made to him. Right, meow. Okay. I'm sorry, Ferris. Ferris and I continued our meaningless conversation for another 10 minutes. When we finally finished, I placed an order. I did enjoy a cafe where they had to wait 10 minutes before they placed an order. They went the other way. And that... I wish there was a way to fix that thing. Okay. Send. There we go. Run the other way. However, I don't think that Ferris would put other customers through all this. This place is pretty popular for this neighborhood. Especially on the weekend. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to find a seat today. But looking around, there are actually a few spots open. Well, I guess it's only natural since it's the middle of the afternoon. Regardless, such trivial things don't bother me. Thanks, Mayuri. She couldn't have brought me a coffee at a better time. We need to talk about you-know-what. About the person who wants to buy the gadgets. Is he here today? Of course not. Why would things be easy? I see. Thought I might run into him by chance, but I guess it's not that easy. Exactly. It's almost easy. Sorry, I can't do Event Sevenfold right now. That was, in fact, the reason I came here today. But I'm afraid I'm skunked. So I'll ask you one more thing. By the way, have you been busy lately? Kamimon's a big otaku event held every summer and winter. The next one starts on the 15th and will run for 3 days. Mayuri's hobby is making cosplay costumes, and it sounds like she's making a few this year. She's not making them for herself to wear, but for other people. But that's not what I wanted to hear. I'm asking about work, about Ferris. Ferris overheard Mayuri saying her name and came toward us. You heard us? As she laughed, the cat ears atop her head twitched. They're actually kind of cute. I like the cat ears. Those cat ears really hear things?
それでフェイリスの何の話をしてたのかにゃ？ね、オカリンがフェリスちゃん疲れてるんじゃないかって。にゃにゃ。
I can't put my finger on why, but I feel like Ferris looked uncomfortable while we were talking earlier. When she said she had something to do after our party the other day, and when she said she had something to do after our party the other day. Damn it! Keep messing this up.
ねえ、ひょっとして今日はフェイリスのこと心配してくれてるのかにゃ？
Worried? Even if it were true, I couldn't admit it. Because I am a mad scientist. What sort of nonsense are you spouting? Me, Ho in Kyoma, worried about others? The very idea is laughable. I merely thought if I showed you kindness, you would want to work as my subordinate for the rest of your life. Betrayal after a brief moment of joy will make the sadness all the stronger. Go ahead and cry. Your tears will have no effect on me, but this incredibly loud notification. Heh. These have no effect on me. Ah! By all means, get even more depressed. Such feelings will only make you more... She suddenly took my right hand. What? Or what?
心配しなくても大丈夫にゃ。フェイリスはこの通り、いつでも元気いっぱいなのにゃ。
Were you really listening? Ferris seemed unfazed and happily swung my arm. The other customers are looking at me. I get the feeling that their desire to murder me is increasing by the second. This isn't good. I have to do something fast. In my panic, I turn to Mayuri and ask for help. Hey, Mayushi Nyan Nyan, say something to her.
そっか。オカリンは本当は優しい人だってこと、フェリスちゃんが分かってくれて、マユシーも嬉しいよ。じゃあ、マユシーも一緒にやるにゃ。
Mayuri grabbed my left hand as they both kept swinging their respective arm. They're actually kind of cute. ... I grew more and more uncomfortable under the other patrons' glaring eyes. I'm fine with being conspicuous, but I don't like being made conspicuous. I stayed at the cafe in hopes of meeting our mystery customer, but he never appeared. By the time I left, the sun had set. I returned to the lab to find Kurisu asleep on the couch. But Daru was nowhere to be seen. Which means... the development room is finally at my disposal. Based on my previous experiences, the phone wave, name subject to change, only works from noon to 6 p.m. I haven't figured out why we can only use it in that 6-hour window, but that's just how it is. I look at the clock. It's about 20 minutes to 6. If I work fast, I could do an experiment. As I passed by the sleeping Kurisu, something nagged at me. It wasn't anything particularly out of the ordinary. In fact, it was something very ordinary. I'm talking about a mere pair of headphones. That's right, or at least that's what they seemed to be when Daru was wearing them yesterday. They're sitting by Kurisu right now. Perhaps Daru simply left them there. But as far as I can remember, that's not where they were at yesterday afternoon. Did Kurisu borrow them from Daru? I didn't think people generally wanted to borrow other people's headphones, but that's just me. Even so, Kurisu's proximity to the headphones bothers me a little bit. She's been working on a new gadget for the past few days. Perhaps the headphones might be part of it. At least I think they might be. If that's the case, I made sure that nothing was coming out of the headphones, and then put them back on Kurisu's head. I thought for a moment I'd awoken her as I did so, but she was simply muttering in her sleep. I breathed a sigh of relief, but stood there for a minute to confirm that she was asleep. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Doesn't look like she's going to wake up. I was getting worried over nothing, meaning that I wasted my precious time when I needed it most. Damn you, assistant. She shouldn't have left something that seemed so important here in the first place. But just as I thought I should get to my work... Mayuri excitedly burst into the lab, but at the sight of Kurisu asleep on the couch, she immediately quieted herself. Pay her no mind, but what's going on, Mayuri? I thought you were heading straight home straight home from work. Damn it. At least I thought I heard her say that as I left May Queen Nian squared. Please don't tell me you've forgotten your plans since then. Even if you're playing into the ditzy archetype, that's a bit extreme. Talking like that doesn't help. Though admittedly the ditziness is part of Mayuri's charm, so she doesn't... That ditziness is part of Mayuri's charm, so she doesn't need to change a thing. Not that I'd ever tell her that. So... Hey, people really are going to think you're a ditz if you keep behaving like that. What did you want to tell me? Oh? Why is that? The shopkeep? You mean the guy who wanted to buy all of our gadgets? Damn it! How much worse could my timing be? Why didn't you give me a call? Mayuri's face fell as if she wanted to apologize. I can't rebuke a face like that. What? Really? But according to Mayuri, he wants them at lower prices than we've listed on our website. I would decline the offer, saying, You must be kidding, don't look down on us. But that's not an option right now. A starving man can't be picky. It seems the buyer is going to come to get the gadgets as soon as he has the chance. As long as he refills our war chest, I have no problem with that. Brilliant, Mayuri. This is a major turning point in the future Gadget Laboratory's history. Just as Mayuri had prophesied, Kurisu began to stir. She slowly opened her eyes and looked at me with uncertainty. Then she smiled as if a great weight had been lifted from her shoulders. Christina? Okay. Hey, what are you talking about? As she said this, she slowly started to look around. It was kind of interesting to see her eyes gradually gaining focus. If there's different routes, I'm going to definitely date Kurisu because she's my favorite.
もしかして私今何か変なこと言った？
You really did.
嘘！なんて？
You said that I was going somewhere. Her face suddenly tensed with nervousness.
それだけ？他に何か言ってなかった？
Anything else? Well, you did say something like this. My abilities simply cannot compare to Hoin Kyoma-sama, so I will dedicate the rest of my life to being the best assistant I can be.
嘘をつくな嘘を。そんなこと絶対に言っとらんわ。
I'm not lying. As you know, the human subconscious reveals a great many truths in dreams. Meaning that those are your genuine feelings, Christina.
安心してクリスちゃん。クリスちゃんはそんなこと一言も言ってなかったよ。
Mayuri, why would you ruin this for me?
おかりん、ダメだよ嘘ついちゃ。
やっぱり嘘か。
Did you know? Curses, my strategy to fabricate a false memory and to manipulate her has failed.
それよりごめんねクリスちゃん。うるさくしちゃったせいで起こしちゃったよね。
ああ、うん。マユリはいいの。
Indeed. You don't have to be sorry, Mayuri. It's her fault for sleeping defenselessly in a place like this. Damn it, I hate the
あんた
fucking
ね
text crawl.
私が一体何のためにここで寝てたと思ってんだ？
It's only natural for an assistant to give her all for the sake of the lab.
だから助手じゃないって言っとろうが。
You get mad pretty easily. Have you considered taking calcium?
誰のせいだと思っとるんだ。
She yelled at me. In addition to her calcium deficiency, she must have low blood pressure when she wakes up.
たく人が睡眠時間を削ってガジェット制作を。
Then she stopped and moved her hand slowly to her head for confirmation.
どうしたのクリスちゃん。
これなんで私の頭に？
Because they were on the floor. As I said this, she took hold of the headphones with trembling hands.
落ちてたってことはまさかあんたが？
So what if I did?
おまなんてことしてくれてんだ。
I told you. I just put the headphones on your head.
ヘッドホン？
She stopped in place, looking perplexed.
クリスちゃん？
ああ、そうね、うん、ヘッドホン。人が寝てる時に勝手にヘッドホンつけるなんて何考えてんのよ。
She's suddenly trying to play innocent. This could mean that my theory about those headphones is right on the money. Hey, Christina.
何？
What exactly are you dodging?
は？ごまかしてる？何のことかしら。
Don't lie to me, I can tell you're hiding something.
別に隠してなんてないわよ。
Then why did you freak out?
だから慌ててないって。
Could it have something to do with the new gadget? Could it have something to do with the new gadget? Right, you were...
それだ。
Gah!
ああ、いや、じゃなくて、そうなの。新しいガジェットが完成したの。
Are you sure?
ええ、そうよ。
What is this? Getting that information was almost too easy. After all the trouble she went to hide it, I was hoping for something more confidential.
すごいね、クリスちゃん。また新しいガジェット作ったんだね。
まあそんなに大したものじゃないんだけどね。
Fine. As long as she's honest, I have no complaints about her behavior. So, what sort of device is this new gadget?
ちょっと待ってて、今持ってくから。
Okay. She stands up and heads toward the development room. That was my dog. Wait, Christina?
何よ。
I'll bring it out. I'll bring it out, you said, but what do you have in your hands right now?
だからヘッドホンだって言っとろうが。
Are they not a gadget?
ガジェットの12号機は全然別のものよ。ちょっと待ってろ。
Okay. It didn't seem like Kurisu was lying. The fact that she was holding something as she came out of the development room was proof enough of that. Then why was she acting so strangely? It's just confusing. Why am I asking you? Well, fine. I'll let it slide this time since she's completed a new gadget.
ほら、これがガジェット12号機。まだ手を加えなきゃいけない部分はあるけど、だいたいこんな感じね。
これが。
Number 12. Kurisu showed us a pair of ring-shaped objects about 7 or 8 centimeters in diameter that don't look anything like that watch that's on screen. Ring-shaped objects. They look like transformation bracelets kids wear when they're pretending to be their favorite TV heroes. There we go. Okay, that explains it.
ねえ、クリスちゃん。これがダーリンのバカなの？
Heh. Hold on a sec, Mayuri. What kind of name is Darling, you idiot? Question mark.
だってね、みんなでどうするって言って決めたんだよ。オカリンだってそれでいいって言ってたのです。
Is that so? I looked over at Kurisu, who silently nodded.
マユシーはね、ラブラブブレスレットちゃんズがいいって言ったんだけどね。ダル君がダーリンのバカがいいって言ったの。
Heh.
ちなみにクリスちゃんは
愛情測定器。
Affection measurement device.
そう、その愛情なんとかでオカリンは
Eternal engage or something? Eternal engage or
何？
something.
岡部あんたひょっとして覚えてるの？
No, it just felt like the name I would have come up with.
なるほどね。過去が変わっても12秒は変わらずか。
I will say that hearing the suggested names alone has given me an understanding of the function of the future gadget number 12. I assume that when two people put on their respective bracelets, it measures their affection for each other. When I asked Kurisu and Mayuri for confirmation, they said my guess was close. Someone texted me.
要するにここについているセンサーで
So with a
体温、
sensor here, we can
血
monitor a
圧、
couple's
脈
body
拍、
temperature,
発汗
blood
状態
pressure,
などを
pulse.
逐一調べて
That's Kurisu
心理的な変化をモニターしてるの。
そ
Apologies.
れでもし片方が変な気を起こすと浮気してるってみなして電流が流れるんだよね。
I see, so that's why it's called Darling, you idiot. It's a very Daru choice. At the end of the day, it's basically a polygraph.
まあフェイリスさんの案だとそれだけだったんだけど、ちょっと改良させてもらったわ。
She said this while putting one of the bands on her wrist as if to check the size. adjustments? What for?
だってそれだと単に浮気調査みたいな感じで夢がないじゃない。
Hope? Again with this foolishness of yours?
誰が愚かだ誰が。
Okay. If you rankle being called a fool, then perhaps I should say your head's filled with nothing. What? Went too fast. Filled nothing but lollipops and rainbows.
あんた本当にいちいちムカつくわね。
まあまあクリスチャン、オカリンはそれだけクリスチャンのことを気に入ってるってことだよ。
え？ What？
ね、ちっちゃな男の子がついつい好きな子をいじめちゃう、そんな感じなんだとマユシーは思います。
You don't understand what you're saying, Mayuri. I'd never act like some mere brat. Why are you blushing?
なってないわよ。
This is all because Mayuri had to say something weird all of a sudden. I need to change the subject fast. So, how do you use this?
ああ、それは簡単。単に腕にはめてスイッチを入れるだけ。
Put it on my wrist and... I put on the wristband on my right wrist. That's where I usually wear things like this. Though typically I use them to seal the power of my right arm, which is wont to go awry. What?
ああ、言っとくけどスイッチは押すなよ。絶対に押すな。絶対だからな。
Curious, looked desperate, so the contrarian me was tempted to turn the device on to see what would happen, but I resisted. Why not? Why are you so what are you so worried about? I mean, you have to test it eventually, right?
それはそうなんだけど、その前にちょっと問題があって。
Problem? What do you mean?
とにかく外してから話しましょう。つけたままじゃ落ち着かない。
I could tell the curious who wasn't messing around, so I made to remove the wristband from my right wrist. The band from my right wrist. Pardon me for messing this stuff up. I made it! Door burst open and Daru rushed into the lab. Surprised by the sudden sound, Kurisu jumped in alarm. And then... Could have sworn I heard a strange electronic sound.
ダルくんだ。トゥットゥルー。どうしたの？そんなに慌てて。
Ew, well, I just remembered that there's a special episode of Blood Tune on Nia Live, so I tried to get back ASAP. Oh, that's not my Daru
そういえば
voice.
そうだったね。マユシーも忘れてたよ。
For someone who avoids exercise as much as you do, you get really athletic when it involves something you're interested in. I get shit done when I have to.
すごいね。
I didn't mean it as a compliment. Oops, I almost forgot. Hey, Makise-shi, can I use computer for a while? Makise-shi. Confusion in Daru's voice continued to rise. Hey, Ocarina, is it just me or is Makise-shi shaking and looking traumatized? It wasn't just Daru. When I looked at Kurisu, she was looking at her feet and trembling. I couldn't see her facial expression, but she was definitely acting weird.
クリスちゃんどうかしたの？
What is it, assistant? Did you eat something bad?
あんたはなんてことをしてくれたんだ、このバカ。
What? The rage in Kurisu's voice put me instinctively on the defensive, but something was different this time. She wasn't talking to me.
あんた、自分が何をしたか分かってんのか？
Huh? Me? As in me? Me as in me? For some reason, it seemed like Daru was in her sights. And Daru just looked just looks as confused as I'm about that.
そうよ橋田、あんたに言ってるの。
Hey, wait, what'd I do to you, Makuseshi? She must have caught you giving her hair the old sniff or something. Right, that makes... No, there's no way I'd ever get caught. I'm a pro.
ダルくん。
やかましいわ。誰もそんな変態じみたことは言っとらん。
Then what could it be?
橋田、あんたさっきいきなり大きな音立てて入ってきたでしょうが。
Oh, that, huh? Well, I was in a hurry, so I guess I was pretty loud. Sorry if I surprised you or something, my bad.
だからさ、せんじゃ済まないのよ。
Don't get mad at him, Christina. He really is apologetic. Why not let this go?
岡部、言っとくけど、あんたもそんな悠長にしてる場合じゃないんだから。
What? What do you mean? The anger on her face gave way to serious concern. She said a single word. Switch?
だから橋田に驚かされたせいで12号機のスイッチを押しちゃったのよ。
If we were in a manga, this is the point where the giant wham would appear in the background. But now that she mentions it, the band on my wrist fits a little better than when I first put it on. But... Oh. You mean number 12, or should I say, darling, you idiot, is complete?
ちょっと、何よその反応。
Normal one.
うん。
So so is that what's on your wrist? To be honest, none of us really got what Kurusu was so worked up
あの
about.
な、スイッチを押したってことは12号機が稼働したってことだぞ。
We know that, but if it's a problem, we can just turn it off, right? I reached the bracelet on my wrist, looked for the switch to turn it off. But... Huh, what's going on with this thing?
おかり、どうしたの？
Pardon me, sorry. I pushed the switch, but nothing's happening. What? I pressed it again. Still nothing. Kurusu looked with us with eyes as cold as ice and spoke with a voice even colder.
無駄よ。
Useless? What do you mean by that?
このガジェットのスイッチ、オンはあってもオフはないのよ。
It took a while for me to understand what she was saying. I can turn it on, but it can't turn off. What that would mean... I don't get it. You say we can't turn it off once it's on?
もしかしなくてもそういうこと。
I see.
なるほどなって。あんた相変わらず悠長だな。
And you're awfully panicky. If we can't turn it off, we simply take it off. I tried to slip number 12 off my wrist. The fit was snug and it didn't want to come off so easily. Damn you, you're stubborn for a device made by human hands. I tried again, this time with both of my hands. Until... Gah! Sound. Electricity shot through my right arm. What was that?
無理に外そうとすると電流が流れる仕掛けになってるのよ。
Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
身をもって分かった方がいいと思って。
Oh, now she looks calm. This accursed woman will never be cute. Well, whether she's cute or not, it doesn't matter right now. Fine, then give me the key to unlock it.
ないわよ。
What? What did you just say?
鍵なんてないって言ったんだ。
There's no key. You gotta be kidding me. How are we supposed to take these off?
だからさっきから困ってんだろうが。私だって冗談で済むならあんな風に怒ったりせんわ。
What she says makes sense. Hey, assistant. Why did you make this thing in the first place?
作れと言ったのはあんただろうが。
Ah. Not that I recall.
それはあんたが D メールを送ったからで、私たちの中では間違いなくあんたが言ったことになってるんだ。
Excuses, excuses. We're starting to get mad at each other. That's irrelevant. Just get this off me.
できるならすぐにやってるっつうの。
How can you call yourself a scientist if you're not prepared in the event of emergency?
うっさいわね。最初から未完成だと言っただろうが。あんたこそ記憶力ないんじゃないの？
What was that?
なんだ？
Oh, she's up close to the screen now. We're staring at each other so intensely that our foreheads nearly touched. Sparks seemed liable to fly at any moment. However... Gah! Sparks didn't fly, but electric current flowed. Continuously. Gah! My right arm! Okuri, man, now is not the time. I'm not messing around, you idiot. My right arm really hurts.
岡部、右手を。
What?
いいから手を出せ。
I give her my right hand as the electricity surges through me. She then took my right hand in her left. What are you...
いいから。
Our hands were as one. Her left hand over my right. And the current flowing through my arm ceased. It stopped. Okay, what just happened?
さっき言ったでしょ。改良したって。浮気だけじゃなくて、喧嘩したり怒ったりすることで二人の感情が高ぶると電流が流れるの。
Apparently, Kurisu's adjustments also involved getting rid of a removal mechanism. She wanted to make sure the device could help a couple make up instead of simply punishing the cheater. Truly an idea befitting a modern woman. So this is your fault. Exactly what an American-born girl who's never dated anyone would think.
うるさいわ、この DT。
What did you say?
何を？
二人ともやめた方がいいよ。じゃないとまたピリピリってなっちゃうよ。
Grrr.
そうね。
We were close to getting in an argument again, but Mayuri stopped us. My phone went off again. My real phone, not the video game. Right, so it's not time to quarrel. Now's not the time to quarrel. Pardon me, my eyes are bad. We have to figure out how to get out of this situation. In that regard, at least Kurisu seems to agree with me. Then Daru slowly raises his hand. Hey, you two! What is it, Daru?
もしかして何か明暗でもある？
He really is my right arm. He's already come up with a brilliant idea. Can I go watch Dia live now?
ダメに決まっとろうが！
What's wrong with you? Another electric shock. Another phone thing.
つまり二人の気持ちが通じ合えば腕輪は外れるってことでいいんだよね。
そういうことになるわね。
She then proceeded to explain the functions of Darling You Idiot. They are as follows. Monitoring of body temperature, blood pressure, pulse, and perspiration. Should they indicate one user's unfaithful to the other, the device will administer a minor but painful electric shock. Should the user try to remove it by force, the device will administer an electric shock. Should the user get emotional due to an argument or the like, the device will administer an electric shock. Should the users move more than 1 meter away from each other, the device will administer an electric shock. That's... If the users hold hands, the shocks will cease. And... the device will come off once it judges that the user's feelings are intertwined. That's the end. This means that the bracelets monitor and analyze the emotions of the wearers based on physical indicators. There's no practical data proving their accuracy. While we just wait for the battery to die, this gadget uses both a primary cell and a solar photo shell, that will last at least a week. Meaning that our only options for removing these are to shock ourselves silly or for Kurisu and I to get in sync. I already laughs it off as if it's an easy task, but Kurisu and I know how difficult it's going to be. Still, how long are you guys going to keep holding hands? It's disgusting normie behavior. Huh. I'd stop if I could. Just like that, we're in another argument. So if we don't hold hands, we're liable to be completely fried. Well, there is a silver lining here. What do you mean? Well, every new gadget needs testing, right? This is it. Mayuri agreed with Daru.
それにね、ダーリンのおバカちゃんを使うことで、オカリンとクリスちゃんが今よりも仲良くなるならいいことかなってマユシーは思うのです。
Terrible opinion from an uninvolved party. There's no way I'll be able to put up with this girl and her hair-triggered temper for an entire week. I really need to start thinking about how to get out of this situation.
そもそもあんたがこんなもの作れって言わなければ。
Wouldn't have happened if you weren't a professor of virginomics. So one of us God bless it. So one of us opens our mouths, this happens. This isn't going to be a productive discussion. Fortunately, it seems that Kurisu came to the same conclusion.
やめやめ。とにかくこれからどうすればいいかを考えましょう。タラレバの話をしたところでどうしようも。
It's no use thinking about hypotheticals. Unless you're us. Can't believe it. How could I have forgotten something so important? I'm going to save now and quit for a while.